excited because I'm reviewing the New Age steam iron, and I'm not just doing like an actual review of that iron. I'm gonna put it up against my old school steam iron. Okay, take a look at what we have here on the counter. This is the box that the little iron came in. First thing I noticed, it's super duper small. I love that. I got it at the mall, my local mall here in California, and it was originally $60, but they dropped the price to $45 after it seemed like I was going to walk away and they weren't going to make the deal. This is my old school steam iron, and it served its purpose, but I absolutely do not like it, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that I hate ironing. So this is what it looks like. It's big and bulky, and you can put the water in here. Of course, you have to use like distilled water and stuff. I just use water from my my water filtration system. I don't necessarily think it's distilled water, but at least it's not straight up from the faucet, right? And then here, let me show you my little steam iron. The first thing I like about this one versus this one right here is the fact that the New Age steam iron is super duper tiny and it's real light. I already tested it once, so I did the salt treatment that you have to do. So they're real good at giving you the instructions too when you buy it at the mall. Look at this little case right here. This little cup, measuring cup, it's really small. The bottom can come off, and there's a little teaspoon right here that you're supposed to put some salt in it and put it in the iron the first time you use it. Only the first time, okay? And then you're good. And then you kind of store it here. I like how everything goes into compartments. Little brush. You're supposed to add this on to the iron at certain parts too to brush things off. But I don't know that I'll ever use this. But anyways, put this there. And what I'm going to do now is get this pretty little thing here out the way. My little display thing. And I'm actually going to get some water in both these irons. For this one, what I'm basically going to do for this iron, all you do is press this down and hold it while you pour the water. And I pour it from one of these measuring cups that has a spout. And you fill it to where it says max. I'm going to show you guys right now in a minute where it says max at the line. Let me show you. Take a look. See, it's up here is max, so it's not quite there yet. But I'm going to continue filling it to there, okay? And I'm not going to turn it on yet. I'll tell you when I turn it on, because I actually want to get the water in this one too. So for this one, you actually put the water in here and measure with this little cup, because you don't want to overfill this. So you measure here. And when the guy did this part, he made it seem real easy, but honestly, this handle is kind of hard to take off. So it has this arrow right here. It has this arrow right here, and you kind of want to line it up with, I guess, either side, but it's easier for me to go to the right. So just kind of move it off. It feels like you're going to break it. I was afraid at first. The arrow lines up there, and then he just did that, and it popped off, but I kind of have to work it off. So that's the first thing I noticed. It's kind of hard to do. It's not as easy as he let it seem. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm pouring it through the wrong. See, I'm messing up already. Okay, I poured it back out. So let's measure through this. Remember I told you we have to measure with this cup so we don't overfill it. And you may have to fill this several times if you're doing a lot, okay? So this is the first time. We don't need to do the salt again because like I said, I did the salt already. It's easier to go on. So now it's on. So this is lined up right here that I can plug in. See? I can plug in. And what I want to do is turn both these cameras on or plug both of them on at the same time so we could see which one starts blowing the steam the quickest, okay? So give me a moment so I can get it plugged in. So here we go, a lot of steam. I'm supposed to just come close to it, not even like really run this New Age iron over it. And it's supposed to take these wrinkles out. Okay, so it's not really doing it, so let me iron with it the way I would the regular steam iron. I don't really think it's doing it either. Let's get old schooled. Sometimes old school is better than new, you know. My daughter Jada, she loves everything retro. So I think she'd love this iron, right? She's laughing. See? I think this one wins, honestly.
Clearly.
Clearly. Look at it. Awesome on the shirt. Let me try one more thing for you guys. I'm going to try a pair of jeans. And it says that I'm supposed to be able to fold the jeans, you know, with the leg into the two legs. Normally what I would do, I would do the leg like this, line it up the way I want to line it up, right? Seam to seam. And I would get the old school iron and iron this piece and then flip it over and iron this piece and then do the same thing for the other leg. one at a time. He says I can actually go through 4 layers of clothing, so I can actually do the 2 legs at the same time, 2 pant legs. So let's see. Let's find the most wrinkled part of the pant leg. Alright, so I'm going to take old school here, new age, and see if we can go through 4 layers of clothing. We're going to just do this side of the pants, okay? And let's look. That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad, right, Gina? Mm-hmm. Let's see if the old school one will go through the 4 layers, because I've never ever thought about trying it like that. I've always gone 1 leg at a time. So here we are. Let's see. This one can pass, but this one actually did an awesome job. I don't know why I never thought about putting the legs together and just ironing right through. I've always just ironed 1 leg at a time. See this right here? See, it's trying to make its own crease. Let's see, I'm supposed to just come here like this. Not doing it, so let's do this. And of course, yeah, it's working out the crease. And old school to the rescue. Yeah, I'm thinking the old school iron's better. But let me show you this piece of cloth right here that I used yesterday for my party. And it had all these creases, and I really wanted them to not show up on the little table that I was using to display, but I didn't want to take out any of the irons. So let's see this one. I really hope this one holds up, because it would have been easier to just take this out and do it. So, and I'm not pressing hard. Not too bad if I just wanted to take that out in a pinch. But here's old school. Look, Jada, magic. So let me give you my summary. So this is the curtain in my bedroom. See how much steam the iron's blowing? I want to get right up on this curtain. This curtain is so hard to take care of. It's so beautiful, but it gets wrinkly even sitting right here on the window. And I'm not going to take it down to iron it, because this is in my bedroom. Look, see? There's a crease right there, right? You guys can see this crease right here. Let me hold the steam right on it and see if it'll get that wrinkle out. No such luck. See the wrinkle still there? See, it's not doing it at all. Alright, so I've got my model Jada, and I got the most wrinkled white shirt that I have. It's straight from the wash. And pretty much, you can see her holding the iron. The iron has a lot of steam going on. But I don't really think it's taking out the wrinkles enough to let me wear this to an interview or some kind of business thing. I mean, Jada, what do you think? Is it taking out the wrinkles? No. Jada said, mm-mm. So this is what I think. The new age iron could not hold a candle to my old school steam iron. Honestly. It's not worth $45 that I paid. It's definitely not worth the $60 retail. I don't know how that guy did all that stuff in the mall and showed me how it worked. I don't know if those things were pre-ironed or what, but they can pull some pretty fast ones on you. I followed the instructions exactly like he said, and I tried it on different articles of clothing. And I'm going to tell you up front, my old school steam iron held its own. It really held a good candle to it. So for $20 for my old school steam iron, I'm just going to go to the store and see if they have a smaller one. The only beneficial thing I think about this is that steam that they say you could hold to the armpit of the clothes and clean it so that you don't have to take it to the dry cleaners. But I'm saying that you could probably hold this. Well, it won't blow. Well, actually, this won't blow steam until you press on it on iron. So maybe that's the one benefit, that this would be blow the steam. And actually, what I can use this for, go to like my toilet seat with the steam and just go shh to kill all the bacteria, right? Or the countertops or something, because I like cleaning with steam. So, you know, not a bad little iron if you're going to travel. We're going to take a trip to Belize real soon, and this might come in handy because it'll fit good in my suitcase. but because it's light and small, not a bad little iron, but honestly, not worth the $45. Or I paid $45, but they were actually asking $60, so totally not worth the $60. Just go on ahead and get you a little $20-$25 steam iron. They have smaller ones, I'm sure, because this is real old, and it'll do an awesome job on your clothes. I mean, so far with this one, no luck. We just can't leave it on the hanger and do that with the curtains or anything. It's not gonna work. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show. So today I'm excited because I'm reviewing the New Age steam iron, and I'm not just doing like an actual review of that iron. I'm gonna put it up against my old school steam iron, okay? Take a look at what we have here on the counter. This is the box that the little iron came in. First thing I noticed, it's super duper small. I love that. I got it at the mall, my local mall here in California, and it was originally $60, but they dropped the price to $45 after it seemed like I was gonna walk away and they weren't gonna make the deal. This is my old school steam iron. And it served its purpose, but I absolutely do not like it. And maybe it has something to do with the fact that I hate ironing. So this is what it looks like. It's big and bulky, and you can put the water in here. Of course, you have to use like distilled water and stuff. I just use water from my my water filtration system. I don't necessarily think it's distilled water, but at least it's not straight up from the faucet, right? And then here, let me show you my little